Richard, you brought up AI, and I think that that is a very important conversation, and it's a timely one for our circumstances as it sits. When we're looking at a lot of companies that are utilizing AI, Apple, the iPhone, their newest iPhone now has AI built into it, which I do think is a little dated because there's a lot of things that already have AI built into it. Social
Correct.
media has AI built into it. You're
Right.
looking at Google. You go to Google and you go to a search engine and now has AI built into it. AI is something that is not going to go away, but in my industry, I view AI as a tool. I do not think that AI is an answer. I think that AI is something that you can ask and you can maintain and you can utilize, but you also have to understand how to use AI. So for instance, if I decided that I was going to use AI for this conversation as an example, I may use bits and pieces of your bio, or I may use bits and pieces of your resume or different things like that to try to spur questions. But if I don't feed AI, AI is not going to reciprocate and it's not really going to give me anything. So I still feel like AI is a good tool, but it's also not always something that you're going to be able to depend on. There's a lot of talk about utilizing voices. For instance, James Earl Jones passed away this summer, or late summer, and he has signed over his voice to Disney to be able to use it for generations to come, which is a very
Nice.
cool concept. But
Yes.
when you're talking about AI, what is your experience with AI and where do you anticipate it going within your industry?
I press 0 because I want to speak with somebody. I don't enjoy repeating multiple times or having them confused or forcing me to go through a menu before I get to a next step. Dropping the call after a minute or two because I'm not giving them what they want. Receiving calls that can be misleading in the beginning because they're getting much better in regards to hooking you in with introducing themselves and trying to sell you home warranties and stuff. It depends on the person. For me, I like a ATM machine instead of going into the bank. But then again, I'd rather see you at your restaurant while you're cooking up the cheesesteak and enjoying that experience. There is convenience. I don't want to compete with that. It's not right. But we will always put that aside. It's the old world and new world. As much as we could be surrounded with computers and lights and all the technology, what happens if you and I are out in the woods? So just in front of the fire, by the lake. And what's better? I don't know. I'm still hanging out with you, but I think maybe we might be enjoying the second view better and the time better. So I think that we will always, when humans see one another, the more that we are surrounded with 24/7 everything, will see us as novelty or something we like or relate to. And we might even be much more friendlier towards one another because it's the real thing. It's a painting, not a print. Kind of cool. You look interesting. Can I poke you? What's going on over there? What's happening with you? And it's like when people hike, there's certain communities that love each other and help each other and just are really united. And so when they're on the Appalachian Trail and they see each other and they always ask, you need water? How you doing? It's always a hello. No one just walks by. It's always a greeting, like in the old days. And so maybe AI might, instead of having us separated now, it might unite us more than anything because it's the only thing that might be the fresh fruit.
I agree with you. I think